Okay, today we're going to talk about martial arts again. And we're going to use several books. And the focus really is on several things, but mainly the practice. First of all, I would like to show this character, which my stroke order might not be perfectly correct, but this is Qin, and then Na. Now, Qin Na is a grappling method, and really using the Tai Chi concept, Tai Chi, you use the whole body when you do Qin Na, and you coordinate it with the breath. And the movement should be coordinated from the lower body. So the waist, the whole body moves with the waist. But as I was saying before, a lot of the Chinese martial arts, the root comes from something that is very ancient in China, which is the practice of Qigong, which is basically body movements combined with the breath. And then there's another saying here, which is being as sharp-eyed as an eagle. So the Chinese in this is So this is the actual yen, is the I, yen, third tone, and then it's ji. Now ji here means something very fast in this concept. So yen, ji, and then ru. So I'm not teaching you a style here. As I said, Xu Quan Dao is not a style of martial arts in the literal sense. Why? Because, style is limited, as we mentioned before, in the concepts of Xu Quan Dao is basically, this is Ying, and you can see it's a very complex character. So here you have Niao, I believe, and then so Niao is a bird. So Ying Ze Ru Ying, and then this is Yang. So like an eagle, basically as sharp as an eagle. So your eyes in the martial arts, yen, ji, your eyes should be as quick. Ru, it means like. Yin, yang. Yin is the eagle, and yang is like to throw or to fly through. So that's one, being as sharp-eyed as an eagle. That means that you have to be very quick moving. The sharpness of the eye, because you have to find the opening to break in and capture, or Qin Na as well. Now, Qin Na, remember, is to actually break the bones. It's not just grappling. like in the Western concept of grappling. But Qina is really to understand the joints so you can break the bones completely. So it's not allowed in martial arts, mixed martial arts, for example. So now another concept is shou, chu, ru. Now this is jian, chu. Okay, shou is the hands. So when you come out with the hands, chu means to go out. So ru means like, jian means an arrow, chu. So your hands are as swift as an arrow. So these are things to think about. Now, if you think about contemporary Chinese, or just martial arts in general, not even Chinese martial arts, because we've lost our connection with nature, we no longer have these swift and spontaneous movements. And so you might notice on my channel, I have a lot of videos of my cats doing different surprise attacks. And the reason is because if we look at the animals, we can learn the direct concept of the martial arts, because the animals, imitating the animals is really what led to the creation of the Chinese martial arts, and meditation tied together, which we can also talk about in a separate lecture. But so these are different secrets. This is wrong stroke order, but that's okay. Sometimes you can't be a perfectionist. In China, most people are perfectionists. So they would notice all my mistakes, which there are many mistakes that I make, but it's okay. So you know, people naturally make mistakes, and but that's how we learn. The main thing is, if you looked at my 1,000-character classic explanation, is that we should try to correct our mistakes. You know, from the Western perspective, you have one lifetime to do it. Maybe from the Buddhist perspective, you have many lifetimes, but it doesn't matter whether you have one or multiple lifetimes. If you can correct some of your mistakes, then of course you can improve your life, and at the same time you can develop your full potential as a human being. So those are things that we should be striving for, but it's necessary to be focused. So now this means step as steadfast as a crouching tiger. Bu is steps, gu is fixed, and ru is second tone, and it means like. Hu is a tiger, it's third tone, and then dun is first tone, and dun is crouching. So steps as steadfast as a crouching tiger. So let's go back over the basic ones. Be as sharp-eyed as an eagle. Handwork as quick as a flying arrow. Steps as steadfast as a crouching tiger. So the thing is, you notice that, like for example, Tai Chi, it focuses on a very stable step. But in an actual combat situation, you're going to have quick steps. But then when you can find your root instantly, then your punch, your kick, everything is going to be much stronger if you can be rooted. So that's the purpose of practicing a lot of the kata in Japanese martial arts, or the forms, or taolu in Chinese martial arts. You would wonder, why are some of them slow? Because once you develop this connection of rootedness, once you're in combat, then you can naturally find your root and uproot the opponent, okay? So with coordinated movements. Now, the next one is we're going to go through 8 of these. So now the next one is yao. So yao, rou. So yao is one character, it means the waist. Rou means soft. So your waist should be flexible. Ru. And then I believe this is like a scorpion. No, huo. Huo is a worm, okay? So it has a sh, like okay, so actually 虫子. I'm sorry, 虫子. 虫子 means an insect. Oh, my cat came by to little wave, 小狼. He came by to drink some water because I'm using water here, and he's checking out the brush. My cat really loves calligraphy brushes and 小狼. And so he's saying hello. And so the next character, I don't even know if he's going to let me do it. So is 行. Okay, 行 means to 走, to go. So 或行, it means that you should really have, the Chinese translation is really horrible. It says looper, but it doesn't really mean anything. It just means that you're like a kind of worm that is, always moving through everything. You want to have that kind of flexibility. And then the next one is, there is a character, yes, xu. Okay, so qi, remember we talked about qi gong. Qi is the energy or the breath. So that's qi in fan ti zi. And then he's not going to let us see everything, but hopefully he will. I'm talking about my cat here. 小浪, little wave. They really want to go out this morning. I should take them out this morning. Okay, I probably wrote this character wrong. I did. So it's xu. Xu means to store something, and you have tian underneath it. Okay, so okay. 你好，麻烦你，你走吧，你走吧. Okay, so this is xu right here. So qi lian, okay, qi lian, ru jing xu. Okay, so what does this mean? So this means basically that, oh, I'm sorry, yun. It's not lian, it's yun. I got that wrong. This is fan ti zi. So sometimes I get confused because in mainland China, everything is really jian ti zi. And so my fan ti zi sometimes is a little problematic. So yun is fourth tone. So qi, fourth tone. Sisheng, yun, fourth tone. Ru, second tone. And then you have jing, which is also, it's actually a 多音色. So jing is strong, powerful, and sturdy with the G at the end. Jing, but here also jing is energy. And then shu means to accumulate. So you accumulate energy with the breath, and then you emit it suddenly. And that's this alternation between yin and yang. So this is also a very important concept. So to store the energy with the breath and then emit it. Where do you store it? In the dantian. Okay, so you need to learn that principle, dantian. And I was just looking at the Japanese kata, and I can see that the Japanese and karate, they store that they breathe. They have the control of the breathing. So dantian, it's an acupuncture point 3 inches below the navel, or the larger area of body 3 inches below the navel. So chichen dantian is, so that's a very important concept in Tai Chi. So chen. Okay, so if you want to, now we're part of this lesson today, when we do the wooden dummy, is to, so this is me, the radical for like the grains or the crops for the rice. So chi here, this is fourth tone, that's like air or internal energy. And then chen, we'll try the fan ti, since I'm used to jian ti, qi chen. Now, jian ti would be, I'm not going to show the jian ti, we'll just stick with fan ti. And then dan, it means the energy sinks to the waist. Now, to the dantian, below the navel, 3 inches below the navel. Chen is sink, qi. So this is very important. So that's why, if you basically want to use the Western concept, it's abdominal breathing. Now, a way to develop abdominal breathing in your martial arts is to alternate the sounds of hun, ha, hun, ha. Okay, and we'll do that with the wooden dummy in the practice. And it may sound funny to you, but it actually works. And it also creates that element of surprise. Okay, so this is 第五个，然后我们在第六个。你好，你干嘛？你做什么？你做什么呀？你做什么呀？你做什么？你到底做什么？麻烦你，我要工作啊。Okay, so now, my Chinese cats, they're from Hainan Dao. They understand Chinese better than they do English. But he does, 他不礼貌，他真的不礼貌，你不礼貌，你不礼貌。You're not polite. So, okay. So now the next one is, so the next one is force as abrupt as lightning. Okay, and 你不让我工作，你干嘛？你干嘛？你做什么呢？你走啊，你走啊！我打你的屁股啊！我打你的屁股！你干嘛呀？ Okay, as you can see, he really caused a disaster here. This is the way my cat does a lot of things. Okay, so I have to redo everything here. Okay, so he's 他走了, he's gone. So, but now let's go back to 我们在第六个. So Jin, remember Jin could also be, Jin is energy right here, and you have Li right here with this character. So Jin. So now, when we get to this, Sui. Sui is clear, clear. Jin, Sui, Ru. And then you have to, this other character, this is Fan Ti Zi. So sometimes my Fan Ti Zi 不行，真的不行，没有在台湾没有去过台湾，所以我的繁体字不怎么样。So now, so I believe this is a little mistake here, the way the character was written. So I do think this character is T, which means to punch something, for example. So G. So show, you have a show. So Jin, Sui is very crisp and clear. Ru, like Ji. Okay, but I forgot the Dian. So Dian. So we have to put that character here. Dian is like lightning. So Jin, Sui, Ru, Dian, Ji, like swift as lightning. So very crisp and swift as lightning. So keep these concepts in when you're practicing martial arts and practicing the wooden dummy. Don't get into the motion of being a lazy practitioner where there's not any power in your strikes. And that's where I think if we go to the sounds part, that will help us in the martial arts. Because without sound, and the sound might, don't practice with the sounds, when it's late at night, where you can really bother people. But the next one is, so the next one is shi. And what does this character mean? It means knowledge. So, and then, so my cell phone, my Chinese cell phone is losing power. So, but it should also be shi. Your knowledge should be very vast. So how vast are the martial arts? There are billions of moves in the martial arts, so you can never exhaust all the knowledge. And so so it's Guang, guang, and then R, that means and. And qiao. Now, qiao means skillful. So, qiao, sheng. So, what does that mean here? It means that you have to really develop skillfulness. So when you have lack of knowledge, then your ability will not be very good. So you need to be coordinated and broaden your knowledge. Guang means very vast and broad. And then the next part is a very undeveloped part of the martial arts, because in my opinion, in my humble opinion, the martial arts has moved away from its spiritual roots. And so when we're looking at Shen, which means the mind here, or the spirit. So the Shen, Ding. Ding means to fix something. Okay. Sheng, Wei. Wei means kind of majestic, I believe. And Meng. Meng is just like my kitty cat right here. He can, when he attacks, he's Hen Meng. So, just like a tiger attacking. So, 这个Meng是这样。Now, remember, sometimes my 笔画, my brush strokes are not very good. So that's the 8th one. So these are the main techniques. So presence of mind. So we're going to go over all of these again. So first is yan ji ru ying yang. It means being as sharp-eyed as an eagle. It is common knowledge that one should be sharp-eyed and quick-moving in boxing. This is all the more true for the employment of capture skills. Now, this book is about capture skills, but it applies to all the martial arts. Keep your eyes and your ears wide open. Use the sharp and stern eyesight to pierce into the enemy's intentions and be well prepared to quickly react to the possible movements. So you have to be fierce and focus on handwork. Number 2 is as quick as a flying arrow. So you need to use all parts of your body, and the arrow can hit the target as soon as the string rings, and the enemy does not have time to parry or stop your capture movements. It means to use that element of surprise, and we're going to use those sounds, hun and ha, right? So to attack, and that element of surprise, cats growl, for example, when they fight. If you have no sounds and you're fighting, then you're going to have some difficulty keeping the fight, going back to your real natural instincts, because sounds unlock some of our unconscious instincts. And then the other part is the waist, being very supple with the waist. So one master in China told me, I don't look at a person's hands or the legs when the person is moving. I watch whether the waist is coordinated and how relaxed that whole area is to coordinate all the blows. The next part is the practice of qigong, which is breathing, and sometimes that's one of my weak points. And how do we fix that? I told you again, I think the alternation of those sounds whenever you attack can really help you develop the act of breathing much better, and especially with the wooden dummy. But I see that majority of people practicing the wooden dummy do not make a sound, and of course the dummy makes a sound, but we can make a sound along with the dummy, which will coordinate our strikes and also help with coordinating our own breath. And you want to do deep breathing or abdominal breathing. And the next part is with force as abrupt as lightning. It should be as quick as lightning or as a bullet. You look for weak points or loopholes. So basically you just look for, there's like open doors and closed doors. The open door is the empty space that is left behind whenever somebody attacks. So like if you punch with your left hand, the open door will be on the right side, and below the left hand, for example, that's all going to leave an open door. So how do you fix that problem? You have to move very fast and be able to block very quickly. So you have to constantly keep moving. So you can't stay fixed in one place. And this is a big problem when people practice forms and they practice them very slowly, and they don't have that constant motion that is necessary. That animals, like my cat here, he knows how to move spontaneously and naturally. So he is not even thinking about when he has to attack. And of course, the eyes are always coordinated. The eyes are really essential to attacking, but he doesn't want to attack right now. So, but whenever he wants to attack, he can be a fierce opponent. So knowledge and experience, if you don't have any experience, then you can lose a fight. Another thing is that you need to be able to switch things. Like if you're doing wrestling, you should be able to do boxing. If you're doing boxing, you should be able to do kicking. If you're doing grappling, you should be able to, switch to a different type of strategy. If you're doing karate, do Wing Chun. If you are doing Thai kickboxing, do other martial arts. Always try to think about what can be used as an element of surprise in an attack. We're talking about for actual self-defense. Now the last part is number 8. Presence of mind is key to a powerful attack. So without meditation, without emptying the mind, without a one-pointed mind, without calmness in the midst of battle, there's no way that you can actually win in a fight. So you actually have to have a lot of spirit. So that's where Shen comes into play as well in the fight. So all of these things are tied together. I hope you enjoyed this little lecture. I'm sure that little Wave enjoyed it. He really loves this kind of thing. You can see that he loves calligraphy. 书法，他很喜欢书法，所以就是这样的猫咪。对呀，你很聪明。So he's very smart. He really loves calligraphy. So this is the book that this is from. I'm focusing not on the book and the capture skills. You can see the capture skills here, but actually the preface and the focus on Qigong, which is really important because techniques are one thing, but learning the basic principles is another. Okay, so and 虚全道, 虚means empty. So again, so if we look at those characters again, okay, one of the problems is to separate it a lot. Okay, so 你走吧，你走吧，我得给大家看一下我的书法，我的书法怎么样呢？Okay, well, I'll have to show everything from this way right here. You can see, 虚拳道. So that means empty fist way of the empty fist.